Watch this. You're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Hello and welcome to Talk is Cheap. Here we are. We are episode 124, you guys. Happy Tuesday. We have a really fun show for you tonight. We've had a few last minute changes, but I'll let you know what those are in a minute. I hope you guys are having a great day. It was kind of a nice day here in Rhode Island, a little windy, but so that explains my hair. Actually, it has nothing to do with it. It's just I'm just having a hair day, so I'm just going to use whatever I can. But anyway, we have a really super fun show for you tonight. Joining us as my co-host will be Ashley Gutermuth. And I said her name properly, and I would like points for that. We also have Realtor Joe Luca here to answer some real estate questions, so I'm excited about that. And I hate to tell you, but Helen Wilde is sick. Yes, she's sick, so lift her up in your prayers, you guys. But I'm not even going to tell you who it is because you need to hold on because you are going to be so happy to see who I have filling in for Helen. And they look nothing like Helen, by the way. So just so you know, nothing, not even a little bit at all. And, but that's all right. That's okay because you're going to love who it is. I just trust me on this. It's a favorite. All right, let's see. Michelle says, yay, the Chewy and Rhonda show. Yeah, Chewy is here. We are going to bring up Chewy, but of course, even though he needs no introduction, he it's in his contract to have one. So, all right, Alex, give him his intro. That's right. We have the Chewy cam, and Chewy is sleeping. Yes, he is sleeping, and he's had a little bit of his quiet moments. The unofficial sponsor of Talk is Cheap. Look at that. Yep, he's got the itches now. I don't even want to touch that. But no, he's fine, you guys. He's fine. He's happy because quiet moments are happy moments. Don't you agree? I do. But no, he's happy. He's just, hanging out, at Talk is Cheap. And I'm afraid to move him. All right. See, that is my arm. Isn't that creepy? That's how close he is, you guys. I'm trying to get him over here so you can see his face because Tom Hoyes wants to see Chewy. Hi, Tom. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for joining us. Glad you're here. And if you're here and you're watching secretly, make some noise, please, in the comments. Like not loud noises, but just, say hi. That's kind of nice, right? If you would say hi, I would really appreciate that. Anyway, so let's see. Thank you, Michelle. She said both Chewy and I look fabulous. Well, we've been working at it. All right, we're gonna start the show right away because who wants to wait, right? And who wants to hear me talk for hours? Oh wait, okay, wait a minute. Andrea says, "Give me the pup, and no one gets hurt." He's fine, Andrea. He's fine. He's just taking a little nap. That's all. He's fine. Hey, Steve's here. Steve from Gutty says hi. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Steve's been on the show, and I've been to Gutty, so there you go. There you go. All right. Are you ready? We're going to bring up our first guest. She is a New Jersey-based stand-up comedian and an actor. She's appeared on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, where she was chosen to win the Seinfeld Challenge. In 2021, she won the headliner category of the U.S. Comedy Contest, and now her whole life is going to be complete because she is going to be here today on Talk is Cheap. Please welcome Ashley Gutermuth, everybody.
Oh, it's me. Hi.
Yay!
Hello, Rhonda. How are you?
Ashley, it's so good to see you. I actually, if anybody got to see that, I had your clip from Fallon advertising you on Talk is Cheap tonight, which was really cool. So tell us a little bit about that challenge. That looked really fun.
So yeah, it was really neat. First of all, I didn't know I was going to be on the Tonight Show, and I didn't know that it was a contest until I was watching it live with everyone else. Basically, the Tonight Show put out a call for people to submit. I submitted, and they said, "Hey, you might be on," and I didn't have cable at the time. I just had like Hulu and things like that, and I was like,
Right.
"Am I really gonna pay for a subscription to watch myself not be on TV? Am I that lady?" But I was like, maybe there's a small chance. Let me do it. So I watched it live. It was on Thanksgiving, and didn't think that I was actually going to be on at all. And then Jimmy Fallon, Jerry Seinfeld said my name, and I went, "Oh my, that's me." There's not any other Ashley Gutermuth that I know of. So yeah, so it was really neat. They were all nice to me, and I got a lovely book from Jerry Seinfeld telling me I was funny, which is nice. He wrote in there, and it was great.
That's great. Yeah, every time you get off stage and you're not happy, you have the book. No, Jerry said, "I am
right.
good."
He
Right?
says I'm funny. Yeah, I show that to the audience. I'm like, "You see this?"
Jerry likes me, okay?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Michelle says, ooh, it's Ashley Gutermuth.
Hi, Michelle.
And Alice Green's here saying, I love you all.
Love you, Alice.
Yes, Dave Ebert, you're right. This is bigger than the Tonight Show. Ashley doesn't know that yet, but it's true. It's true. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let's see. I'm going back through the comments that I missed before. Peter Bianco's here. This was before you were on, so that's why he hasn't said hi yet, but he wanted to say hi to all of us. Hi, Peter. And Steve said he was fantastic, so that's good. And Andrea is telling us that she doesn't want to, she knows that I'm not harming Chewy. She just wants to pet him. And all right, well, don't wake him. That's the only thing. And Alice wanted to welcome you to the show, Ashley. And look at that. She said she saw the clip and you were great because,
thank you.
To be able to take somebody else's joke and do it, you have to have something there. And to do Jerry's joke, I mean, come on.
It was fun. It was definitely a crazy rush, especially the people, because I didn't know. And then there were people that were just watching the Tonight Show and they went, "Who's that? I know her." And then I started getting texts like, "Why are you on my TV?"
That's awesome, though. Good for you. That's so fun. That's awesome. So you've been doing, you were doing a lot of shows during the pandemic. You were doing a lot of internet shows, right?
I do. I still do. I do a lot of virtual corporates. Companies haven't gone back. A lot of them haven't gone back to the actual offices. They're still, trying to find ways to, do something nice for their employees. So they bring me in and I yell at them for a bit. Yeah, so I've gotten to do a lot, and like all kinds of different ones. I got hired once to pretend to be a social media consultant.
You're kidding.
And the idea was me and my buddy Glenn Tickle, very funny comedian.
Yeah, Glenn Tickle. We actually did a gig together in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Love Glenn. He and I, they brought us in to pretend to just come in and give social media advice, and we were both like, okay. So we recommended MySpace. We were like, what are you doing? Why aren't you using Comic Sans font? Why would you be doing it? And then we just like gave it to them, and they were writing in the chat like, why are these consultants so rude? Like it was great. So we got to do fun stuff like that.
That's awesome. See, Peter said he saw the clip and he thought it was very funny as well.
Thank you.
Al Smith's here. So,
So-
trying to be cool. Al is trying to be cool, I guess. So, all right. Yeah. So, we do a lot on this show, Ashley. I mean, we don't just have a good time and fun.
Oh, okay.
That's
all right.
not it. We actually give some useful information.
Oh.
And so I've invited someone. I've invited someone on the show to help us out. Okay. So this is what one of his clients had to say about him. He's an absolute professional who works extremely hard. Having purchased and listed a home with Joe, he knows the market well and caters the approach to buying or selling to clients' wishes. Joe is truly passionate in finding the right home for the right buyer, being a part of the biggest purchase of your life. He finds joy in making those dreams a reality. Please welcome to Talk is Cheap, Joe Luca.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you very much for bringing me on your show.
Joe, we're so excited to have you here. And then you are going to help us with some real estate questions, which is great because real estate right now is a little cray-cray. Am I right?
It's very cray-cray. And well, not only is real estate cray-cray, but everything around real estate is cray-cray. So if you're looking at interest rates, if you're looking at the stock market, if you're looking at inflation, if you're looking at, pick something, and it's a reason why someone could say, oh, maybe I shouldn't buy a house right now. Maybe I shouldn't sell my house right now. But, it's actually because inflation is where it is. That is the number one reason why people should be looking to buy a house now, because real estate is the best hedge against inflation.
Oh, that's very interesting. So if we ask you, is this a buyer's or a seller's market, what would your answer be?
It's a seller's market in the sense that there are so few houses available to sell. You put your house on the market, and of course, you're not greedy. You're pricing it for fair market value. It will sell quickly. But it's a buyer's market in the sense that rents are going up at about 19% per year.
Wow.
Across the country. So if you buy it, interest rates, the historic average for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is 8%. Today, they just went up above 5%. So we're still way below the historic average interest rate. So it's still a smart time to buy based on interest rates. Mm-hmm. And then also, not only is it a good place to park your money as a hedge against inflation, but guess what? You can live in this investment too. If you were to put your money in the bank, it's just going to get a 0.5% interest and then get eaten away by all the inflation. If you put your money in the stock market, you're probably going to have a heart attack or high blood pressure because every week the stock market is doing this. So what are you going to do? Put it in a house. You get to live there and your money is protected. It's not going to get eroded away by inflation. So in that sense, it's an opportune time for buyers as well, even though it's not officially a buyer's market.
So, Joe, just out of curiosity, I was looking at houses the other day, and I saw a house. It had a couple thousand square feet. In the basement, it had an abandoned jail cell. Is that a good investment?
It depends.
Oh, okay.
Because I live in Cumberland, Rhode Island, and we are actually on we're a part of the Underground Railroad. So many houses in Cumberland have areas in the basement that were secluded, and the purpose of them was to hide slaves escaping on their way up to Canada. So if you want to refer to that as a jail cell, that is actually something that's kind of cool and unique that people like. However, if it were a jail cell and a kind of like, hey, I don't want you to leave here, sweetheart, you're going to stay in the basement.
That's a little different.
Right. That's a little bit different. Kind of like the GIMP, so that's a different kind of a jail cell that it may not help sell your house.
Okay.
But of course, a good realtor would say, listen, maybe you need to like take those bars down and remove the shackles from the wall because you want to sell your house quicker to capitalize on where we
There
are
you
in
go.
the
It's
market.
an extra bedroom.
Right, exactly.
There you
It's a
go,
media room.
just like
A
just
media
like
room.
that,
Right.
just like that.
Or a built-in escape room. Let's see how that works.
There you go. Yeah. Panic
Okay.
room. Panic room.
You
Yeah.
go with
Panic
that
room.
too. Yeah, panic room.
I think this one in particular, this was in Pennsylvania, and it was a full-on. It had like 6 jail cells in it, and it wasn't a form. It was like 100 years old. Had a former. It was a former jail. The
Yeah.
whole building was a
So
former
it's
jail.
in,
But
was that like in Harrisburg or was it in the Pittsburgh area?
no, it was in between. It's sort of like the farm country in between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. I was
Okay.
doing a show out there and was checking it, and it was like 6,000 square feet and $300,000.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
The two things you want to avoid are the two biggest, two things that have the biggest adverse impact on the saleability of a house are trains and cemeteries. So you want to avoid buying a house that's right next to the train tracks, because when you go to sell it, it may not bother you, but when you go to sell it, most people don't like living next to train tracks. And the same thing with the cemetery. You may think that it's kind of cool to live next to a cemetery, but when you go to sell it, Ron is going to be like, oh no, I don't want to live next to a cemetery. So, you know, and when you buy real estate, you always need to be thinking about when you're going to sell it. If it's 5 years down the road or 55 years down the road, at some point that property is going to have to be sold. So you want to buy a property that will be appealing to as big a group of people as possible.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
we're not
that's
always
why it's
going
good
to
to
be
buy
in the
in the
market
school
that we're in now.
How
Right.
about like a multifamily? I know like rents are outrageous. Am I right?
Oh, the rents are ridiculous. We just sold a house in North Providence, which is for those of you who don't know the area, it's a suburb of Providence. Has some nice neighborhoods, and this was not in one of the nice neighborhoods. It was a 3-bedroom, 3-unit property. The top 2 units had gas space heaters. They didn't have central heat, and they're charging $1,350 a month for those units. And it was like going back to 1978. I mean, as far as, you know, the floors and everything, it was like really, you know, ragtag. $1,350 a month for a 3-bedroom, hardly any off-street parking, no yard. You know, it was just, yeah. And they were grateful that they had that. The tenants were grateful that they had that apartment.
Kidding me.
Yeah. So rents are going up. So it's, if, you know, sometimes when folks can't afford to buy a single family home, what they do is they'll look at buying a multi-unit property, either a 2 or 3 unit. And of course, what we try to do is, again, think about when you're going to sell the property. So you want to buy a property that's going to perform well, generate maximum rental income in the short term. But then when you go to sell it, you want it to appeal to as many people as possible. So you don't want to buy a 3-family house that has 3 1-bedroom units.
Right.
You're better off buying a 3-bedroom house that has 2 or 3 3-bedroom units. So that way you can get families in those units. If it's a 1-bedroom unit, you're going to get a single, you know, individual or maybe a couple. And then you also want to make sure you have something that has off-street parking.
Right.
Unless you're in, like, you know, downtown Boston or New York City or places like that. But if you're in a suburban area, you want to have off-street parking because, again, you want to attract the best quality tenants, and most quality tenants in suburban areas have a car.
Mm-hmm.
So
go ahead. Ashley, you have a question? Ashley?
Thank you, Rhonda. Are you under any legal obligation to declare if you believe that there's a ghost?
no. Unless I mean, if I'm showing you a house and you say, hey Joe, is this house haunted? And I'll say, you know, I don't know. I'm a real estate guy. I know all about real estate. If that's something you would like to find out, there are other experts who could help you with that.
Oh, I like it.
That's well, because I only
someone
talk
says
about
that. That's scary. Right?
Yeah.
Listen, so June
That
just
is a red flag if your real estate agent says that and doesn't say no.
Right.
well,
June-
usually there's a precipitating, you know, step with it. Why, excuse me, why they would have asked that. And it's like, you know, there was one house that a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, sold, and there was a skull in the attic, like a human skull, like for real. You know, it was really old, but there are crazy things.
Huh.
So he knew nothing about that. You know, another thing is if someone says, like, let's say I'm selling someone's house and someone committed suicide in the house. If the seller says to me, and I'm the listing agent, and the seller says to me, Joe, don't tell anybody about it. And then a buyer comes in and says, Joe, has anyone ever died in this house? I would say, you know, if I don't know if that's something you want to know, you should consult with the local police department, because I can't lie and misrepresent the facts. But by the same token, I have to represent my client, the seller's best interest. I have never encountered a seller who didn't want that. They would usually just say, yeah, let everybody know it was in the newspaper anyway. So
let everybody know Lizzie Borden lived here.
right.
I grew up in a house like that. Somebody killed himself and then they were buried in the backyard. I found the headstone years later when I was blowing leaves. And I mean, I ended up fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
No.
Now she's a comedian. Do you understand what happens to people?
Right.
Has a question. Do you see a lot of people buying to use as an Airbnb or?
Not a lot of people, but I've certainly sold houses to folks who are buying it for short-term rentals. That's what the generic term is for that.
Okay.
But when you are going to be buying, you want to make sure before you sign on the dotted line and put the offer in, you want to make sure that community allows short-term rentals. They're not going to say make it illegal for, you know, a specific company. They'll refer to it as short-term rentals. This has been very contentious. Usually it's the hotel industry, the hotel and motel industry that comes out against it. Several times they've been shot down so that you can do this. Actually, it becomes a constitutional issue in the sense that I own my house. I have private property rights. You can't tell me that I cannot rent it out to someone 1 week at a time or something like that. So it's very fluid at this point, and you would definitely want to consult with your local realtor and ask them specifically to find out. And I say realtor because not everybody who has a license to sell real estate is a realtor.
That's interesting.
And realtors we have this thing called the code of ethics, which most of us comply with, not all of us, but it's like a guideline, you know, kind of like when you're bowling and you don't know how to bowl and they put those things up, the bumpers for the gutters. This gives you, if you don't know what to do, look at the code of ethics and it'll give you some guidelines on what to do. But so to answer your question, yes, people do buy, and it's amazingly, I can't believe the numbers. I mean, you'll take a house that's in the middle of a mediocre suburban community and they're renting it out for $250 a night. You don't have to rent it out for many nights to make a good amount of money. And what's good about that also is that there's no wear and tear. If you only rent it out for 2 weeks at $250 a night, the other 2 weeks there's no wear and tear on the house. It's not getting, the carpets aren't getting worn out.
Right.
And the water is not being run. The sewers bill is not going up. So it can be a very good way to make money.
So do you see the housing market going up from here?
I do. And the general consensus, depending on if you're looking at, if you're talking to economists from Realtor.com, the National Association of Realtors, or Zillow, those numbers, Zillow saying it's going to be like 10% equity accumulation, price increases. Realtor.com is about 60% of that, 6-7%. And then the National Association of Realtors is saying roughly about 3 to 4%, which is where I believe at the end of the year we're going to be in the aggregate. Now, of course, there are going to be pockets, like maybe certain parts of Boston or certain parts of, you know, cities within the state that it's going to still shoot up. But in the aggregate, we're probably looking at about low single digits, maybe like 3-4% equity accumulation.
Wow. Joe, you are just a wealth of information, and I'm like so excited to have you on, and I want to have you come back because
definitely. I love my job. I love what I do because I'm helping people with the largest financial transaction of their life. And being a realtor, I always say this, it's not a job, even though I love doing what I'm doing. It's a lifestyle. It's just you have to adopt the lifestyle. So I try to do that. Kind of like the way Ashley does with comedy.
Exactly. Well, when you become a comic, that's what happens, right? It becomes it's part of you, and it's a very strange life. I get that anyway. But no, we definitely want to have you back. And you guys, and Joe, how can people get in touch with you?
Sure. Our website, it's lucaandmarano.com, LucaAndMarano.com. That's the website for us. But you can find me on Facebook at Joe Luca Realtor. You can find me on Instagram at joeluca.realtor. You can find me on Twitter, Luca9797. And I'm starting to get a presence on TikTok, Joe Luca Realtor.
Are you dancing or
no? I'm not doing any.
Oh,
You know, I'm doing boring stuff, talking about real estate.
That's just
I'm not that cool yet.
That
But
was
I think
my
if I hang out with you guys and Ashley, maybe she'll give me some pointers on how to be cool. Then maybe I can do that.
Well,
Notice you didn't ask me. Whatever, Joe.
I said you guys.
But whatever.
I said you guys. Right.
I mean,
Whatevs.
look at my background versus Rhonda's. I mean, my gosh, I decorate real well.
Yep.
That's so
Oh,
funny.
Joe.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
lovely to see you.
All right, Joe. So anyway, if you guys didn't catch that, all of his follows are in the comments. Make sure you go and follow Joe. Any real estate questions you have, obviously, he's got the answers. And he also has a radio show that is on, and that's right in the comments too. So make sure you check him out. Joe Luca, we're having you back. Loved
Thank you
having
very
you
much.
on. Thank you so much. And I might be selling my house. I'm just saying.
Okay, great.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
See that, Ashley? Now I'm all excited about my real estate right now. I'm like all excited. I don't know about you.
Time to sell.
I know. Tess says, oh, wow, Rhonda, he didn't ask you. I know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not cool. I know it's hurtful, but I'm still having him back. Anyway, Ashley, I mean, like we said, Helen couldn't be here tonight, which is really sad. But my next guest needs no introduction just because I don't have one. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You've seen him on Talk is Cheap before, and he has a dry bar special, and I can see him back.
He's ridiculous.
This is just, you know what? If you see this guy in your house,
Run.
call the police.
Don't buy it.
Welcome, Andy Farsher, otherwise known as Scissor Face.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? Look what I found in my house earlier. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, my God. How are you doing? I'm good. Listen, I'm auditioning for Slipknot, and that's why I'm here, right? This is my new Slipknot mask.
Fried potato soup.
Fingers. Oh, sorry. And, I'm not saying I loved listening about the real estate, but I have a lot of stuff just sitting here on the desk, and I just started fiddling around, and this tape won't come off. So I don't know what's happening. It's real weird.
Oh my!
Here's the best part is I didn't know I would be. Oh Lord, that's where you want the scissors to be. I didn't know
Right by
I
your
was
eyes.
sitting here for this long. It's now 28 minutes that I've had tape on my face.
It's a
Well,
great
there was
way to
that-
exfoliate.
I am sweating profusely.
Well, look at that. There's that famous guy, Tape Face, who has a residency in Las Vegas. Could be you.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't even know what he does other than tape on his face. Yeah.
That's all you need. What more do you need?
Yeah.
June says,
Oh, God.
their hands let himself go.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Nice.
We're here just to
Jeez,
encourage
June.
you and to
Nice.
lift you up. That's what we do here.
That's
at
why I'm
Talk is
here.
Cheap.
I am here to be the butt of your jokes. The big fat
The
butt.
big butt. No, we will
And
not.
you know, I have to say thank you so much for filling in. Like, I'm talking last minute. I mean,
Yeah, no, it's fine. No worries. I'm happy to be here. It's funny. I did a show earlier for Meta. Do you know who Meta is?
Oh, Facebook.
Yes. Yeah. I think I made $5 off that show, and I made sure. I was like, "Are y'all Meta, like Facebook Meta?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, I got to talk to my agent because I'm getting $5 for this." But they were very nice people.
Oh my goodness. Well, as long as they don't say they overpaid you, because
No.
Oh, that's awful. Fran says, Andy loves being on your show, Rhonda. Aw, that's
I do.
nice.
I do love being on your show. When you asked My only issue is my wife has a call with Indonesia in 30 minutes. And I was like, I just got to make sure it doesn't, like we aren't both trying to suck up bandwidth because this job isn't keeping us housed and fed in her.
Isn't that nice how we both have that similar experience? Without our partners, can we eat? No.
Yeah, exactly. I can, but that would be all I did. And I'm not going to lie to you, based on my appearance, it appears that's all I'm doing. With your income, Andy? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah.
You and I would have to join forces. I would pay for, I don't know, some blankets.
Yes, we can do that. You know what? I got blankets, and we can make this happen. I'm a good cook. Okay. We can make this happen. Right. I think at some point you need to share. I love the picture that somebody made of Ashley recently. It is awesome. So,
Ashley, do you have that nearby?
It's on my Facebook.
You got to go check out her Facebook because it is Ashley with hair, and it's not that Ashley doesn't have hair, but it's Ashley with like hair like Rhonda's hair, and it's lovely. And I
saw that picture.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder. Have you ever had that kind of hair?
Yes, I had super long hair. I had hair so long I could wear it as a shirt without getting arrested.
Nice.
And the reason why I did that was because everybody was like, Ashley, nobody's ever going to want to date you unless you have long hair. And it was so long that I got it stuck in a car window.
Wow.
And it was just like this. And so, yes, I did have really long.
It was like what? Like
it's like this.
That's happened to me.
Yeah.
But then I just started chopping it off, but it never looked, and I'm trying to I don't know how I would share it with you, Rhonda, though.
You know what? Maybe we can do some magic here.
Okay.
I don't know.
I have it in my,
it's on your Facebook page, right?
Yes.
And there's a picture and we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that behind the scenes. I have people is what I'm saying.
You have people?
Yeah. Actually, I birthed a person. Okay. And that's how I got the people.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you and the husband get your haircuts together?
I cut my own hair.
I'm like, are you talking to me? I'm like,
no.
Oh,
I cut my own hair. And I can do it now with my eyes closed. That's pretty good. It doesn't have to look good.
So I used to shave my head as a kid, and I would go to the barber shop. And then when I went off to college, it was like, I can't afford to go to the barber. So, and I didn't like I did shave it all the way around, but then I got to where I could do like a high and tight, and so if I went to go do my hair now, I could do it. I've done it where I'm like trimmed it up before, but I stopped shaving my head bald, or, really close a while ago. Cause, I thought I was losing my clown hair, and I was like, I thought I was losing my hair. I was like, I should let it grow out once just before it all goes on me. And that was like 15 years ago, and it has yet to go on me. So I just had clown hair and which is why I used to cut it really short. Cause even as a kid, I was like, nah, dude shouldn't walk around with a perm. And,
Well, I did a show on the military base recently and was talking to this retired Marine who his wife she tells me, she goes, I like your hair. It's like my husband's, but he used to be bald and it grew back. And he had a full on hair that had grown back. And I was like, what? When he retired, it grew back.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I thought it would be like he took Rogaine or what, some sort of procedure, but just
nothing.
No more stress. Here comes the hair.
Yeah, don't have people yelling at me all the time.
Wow. So I actually, you're not going to believe this, but maybe not as short as yours, but it was Halle Berry short at one time. I had my hair that short. Yeah, I used to change my hair so often. My husband thought I was in the witness protection program. He was like,
you aren't.
Yeah. Your name's not Rhonda. It's Corey Rhonda.
He's really bad at renaming her.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
I'm gonna need you to come up with a new name. How about Corey Rhonda?
Hey, we have something for you.
Yeah, look at that.
There we go.
Look at that.
There we go.
I am attracted to myself in this photo.
So awesome.
Ashley, that's so cool. Who did that?
It's someone that follows me on Instagram. They left a comment saying, "Hey, I really was curious about what you would look like with hair, so I photoshopped you with hair on it." And I said, "Can I see that photo?" And then they sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh my god, like my hair never looked like this. It was flat, and I'm always like late. I would have it in like a bun type thing. It did not look like this. The rest of that is me. That's real me." In the
That's
photo.
really. See, I would Photoshop my head on that body. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, "Wow, look at me," and I'd be like, "That's right. I look hot."
Same photo shoot is where I showed up at this photographer who's Jack Sadie, who's a fabulous photographer in New Jersey. Lets me do what I want. I showed up to his house with a chainsaw, so I have a picture of me with a chainsaw in that outfit.
Nice.
Oh.
And she has a video of her. Is it power washing the house?
Yep.
In that dress.
In that dress.
Really? See, I don't think I could get that dress on, and
me either. I've tried. I've tried.
Let's get together and see what happens.
You know, I'm fine. I'm okay. It's all right. That's okay. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, let's get that picture off of there. Before
What happened?
Now I don't know what it is, but I want a donut. I don't know. Anyway. And if I ever see you, I'm going to feed you cupcakes, Ashley. I've just that's what I'm going to do. That's what I do. I like the girls at the gym. It's like, "Oh, sweetie, here, have a cupcake."
But so is this your first time having Ashley on the show?
It is.
All right. Do you know what Ashley does in her spare time?
I don't.
So I have one of the longest running streaks in the world. I've ran every day for over 7 years. I've ran at least a mile a day, but I average about 3 to 4 miles every day, sometimes more. I did run a marathon once just for fun.
Just for fun.
Yeah, because that's funny. I don't know. I go shopping, Ashley, but okay.
I like to eat. Fun. And to survive. And fun.
It made me mad because they charge money for people to sign up for marathons, like $120. I was like, I can do this in my neighborhood.
$120.
It's expensive. You got a t-shirt. It's not worth it. So, yeah, I do that. But I got hit by a car coming back from a show about 2 years ago, ended up with a traumatic brain injury. So I got pudding brain and my body's all jacked up, but I kept my run streak. Even though like they were like, you have to keep moving because you're going to be in a lot of pain. Kept my run streak, but I started to run slower. So I would run 3 miles and I would pick up trash, which led to me picking up garbage every day. And so since then I've picked up like 600 and some pounds of garbage.
Wait,
and,
what?
And I recycle it. Yeah, it's called plogging.
Okay.
Look at Andy's all excited.
I am like so blown away right now because I'm like, wait a second. You run,
yeah,
and you got hit by a car,
yeah, and
so they told you to keep running. So now you run and pick up garbage, and it's a thing. Other people do it.
Other people do it. They don't often do it every day. It's more common in the Netherlands. It's called plogging, which is it's like plaka and this other word. But I started doing it, and they told me to keep. They said my body was going to seize up. They were like, you got to take a lot of Motrin. You got issues, and I had to stop running if I basically passed out. They were like, this is bad. Eventually, I had to get an MRI because they thought my brain was leaking. So, but it all worked out because now I can't remember things. It's fine. So I pick up the trash every day, and when I do that, I wear gloves. And I wear like reusable gloves. I actually had somebody like call me out on that once. They were like, "You wear gloves, which means that you're just adding to the environment. You're just adding nasty things." And I was like, "They're reusable gloves, Tim." And so I run with a big
take that runner, garbage picker upper person. You don't do that. Oh my god. No. Do you have like one of those sticks?
I used to run with a stick. I used to run with a big pointy stick.
The garbage, because that's the only way I'd want to pick it up, because that makes it more fun. Like, the little stabber thing.
It's real hard because I was concerned that I was going to stab myself, and because I did that for a while, and then so now I just do. I bend. The first mile is for me. I don't stop and pick up trash because that is the one that counts for the run streak. And so after that, any additional miles, I pick up garbage. And it's usually about £1 a day. And I found people's social security numbers and cards and been able to return them. And like all kinds of neat stuff. I solved a mystery once. That
You know who the skeleton is?
I had to go to the police, and there was this whole thing. So so that was crazy. But yeah, so I do that every day, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going to Rhode Island. I was talking about that show in Rhode Island is because it's called Comedy for Conservation. Rhode Island has an
Are you
award
kidding
named
me?
after.
I'm in Rhode Island, Ashley.
You're in Rhode. I'm coming to Newport in April because they have the Ashley Gutermuth Award, which they give out to whoever.
Wait, I want to win that.
You can. They give it out to whoever picks up the most garbage, which ironically is me.
Can I bring my own? We make a ton of garbage around here. What if I brought my own? Do I have to act like?
Yeah, I won't rat you out. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I pick up the trash every day and I recycle it. I take pictures of it and post about it. And I've gotten a bunch of other people to do it too, which is nice. Sometimes people will get down about it. They're like, "Oh, this never, it never ends," and it doesn't. It's like, but
garbage never ends, Ashley.
It never ends. But I found money. I found keys.
Wow.
I live on a military base, so I find some weird stuff like signs for explosives. Find a lot of like bullet casings.
Wow, that's comforting.
Yeah,
it's so funny that you mentioned the gloves because that's all I kept thinking was, please tell me she is wearing gloves. But I'll tell you that I don't run. I have metal.
I'm floored.
Yeah,
I'm floored.
I know you're shocked. Listen, I know, but I do walk a lot, and I have walked and picked up trash before. And I remember I did it one time because I was like walking and there's like a milkshake container just out in the road. So I'm like, I'm going to get that. How dumb. And then you turn the corner and there's the rest of the trash.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I'll just keep doing this till I get home. And then I got home and I didn't have a bag or anything. So just giant handfuls of trash because I was committed to just picking up everything I saw,
Yeah.
And what happens when you do this is your nose itches. Anytime your hand touches something that it shouldn't, that is when your nose itches.
True.
So it's constantly me going, all right, this hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I've done it, but it's not nearly as much as you. I'm not getting that Ashley Gutermuth Award anytime.
I'm obsessive about most things. I did have to get a tetanus shot once because I was picking up trash, got stung by wasps, and wasps carry tetanus.
Really?
Yeah, right through my shirt. Those sons of guns. Yeah,
that is terrible.
Mm-hmm. No, it wasn't a doctor.
You know what? I know we're talking trash right now. See what I did there? And it's a lot of fun. But
hey, talking trash is
we have a part of this show that I absolutely love, and it is called. That's right. It's called You've Got Game, and today's game is sugar, sugar, doo 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 doo. Oh, honey, honey. Okay. People ask me not to sing, but guess what? I'll sing if I want to. It's my party, and I'll anyway. All right. So this game today is fabulous. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hope you. I don't know, Andy. This might be a stretch for you, but we're gonna be showing pictures of candy, and you're gonna have to identify it. I know. I'm sorry, Andy. This is a tough game. Anyway,
right, well, let me know when you start.
Almond joys have nuts.
All right. Without this wonderful scorekeeper, we could never keep score. Please welcome the very amazing scorekeeper. Where's that intro, Al? Welcome the scorekeeper. Oh my God!
Oh, that is all kinds of awesome.
My scorekeeper is absolutely amazing.
I forgot how much I love your scorekeeper.
I know.
Yes.
I know. Everybody does. I'm saying litter bugs. Game time, Sharon. Yes, Fran. All right, you guys can play along. You guys can play along.
Got a plug. Trash talk. Scorekeeper's on it.
Oh, always, always. The scorekeepers are absolutely amazing.
You know what that is right there? Sugar
in the raw. That's right. All right, you know what you're going to be playing for, right? You are going to be playing for, Ashley, don't get too excited, the Rhonda Corey Comedy Hand Sanitizer, 100% clean comedy, 100% clean and sanitized hands, which you need from picking up all that trash.
Yes, I do.
Okay, that price is valued at $5,500 because it goes up just like real estate. All right. Are you ready? You guys in the audience, you ready? You ready to play along with us today? We're going to put up a photo of maybe one of your favorite candies, maybe not, who knows? And you are going to type in the candy that you think it is. Are you ready, guys?
We type it where our name is, right?
Right. Don't give it away, Andy.
No, I
know, but we're trying to look professional here. No, type it in the answer box. Yes, it's where your name is. Okay. Are you ready, guys? Do you remember how to do it, Andy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I know you're awesome and everything. All right. All right. Ready? Ready? We're gonna put up your first photo. Oh, can I just tell you, this is my weakness right now. This is my weakness, and everybody knows it. And you know what they do? They buy me bags. They buy me bags of these, and I eat them. I eat all of them. All right. The answer is, let's see, Reese's egg. That never looks like an egg. Or Reese's peanut butter eggs. Let's see what our audience is saying. Let's see. Fran said it's a Reese's egg. Sharon said, yes, that's a Reese's egg. And Tom, Sharon said it's a Reese's egg. Tom said it's Reese's. Jennifer said it's a Reese's peanut butter egg. And so did Peter Bianco. You guys are all absolutely 100% correct. That's right.
Woo!
Yes. Awesome.
We have recently determined that is the one candy we can keep in the house that our daughter won't eat for whatever reason, because all other candy she steals, and then we're like, so imagine buying, she doesn't eat these, so that's, I'll buy candy that it's like, well, she's not gonna eat. What is the scorekeeper showing us?
That's a brand.
Banana bread.
Oh, okay, because I'm not what it looked like initially. It looked like
shaped like a heart. Banana bread shaped like a heart.
It looked like she went for a walk.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought too. She went for a walk and picked it up.
Okay. All right.
Scorekeeper's got a big mouth.
This is awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready for the next one? I don't know if I am. Here we are. Oh, okay. Sometimes those can get stuck in your teeth. For sure. They can, but they're yummy. I like them. I like all kinds of candy. Ashley, do you eat candy? Because you don't look like you eat a lot of candy. Ashley. Oh gosh.
I don't do anything that is fun or tastes good.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I do. And that's why you look like you and I look like me. Okay, so let's see. All right, we have Jennifer Hoyes that says dots. And so does June Colson Corey. Jujubes. Peter thinks it's Jujubes. Tom says it's gumdrops. And Alice said Jujubes. And what did you guys say? You said gumdrops and you said earplugs. Well,
yeah, you can't fault them.
I have to tell you, you both are absolutely, you're wrong.
Oh.
I'm sorry. The correct answer, Jennifer had it, and so did June. It is dots, and jujubes are much smaller and way stickier.
and sound
Dots.
racist.
Yeah. The answer is dots. The correct answer. But what did you? Never mind. I don't want you to repeat.
I said jujube sounds racist for whatever.
No, I just knew it was something like don't ask.
Don't go back and ask. I'm sorry.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Sorry.
It was
Yes.
It was one of those. Oh, somebody's snickering. Okay. Snicker. All right. Ready? Are you ready? You guys are just doing. I knew this was going to be way too.
We're off the rails.
Oh. Ashley, can I just tell you, these are delicious. These are, I wouldn't, want to fit into that dress anyway. So what? It's all right. And my father ran marathons. It did not go to the next generation. Marathons. All right. Kit Kats from Halloween 2 years ago. Break off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Oh my goodness. That's let's see. Fran said it is a Kit Kat. So did June. So did Jennifer. How do you know all this candy, Ashley, and you don't eat candy? To die for. Did you used to eat candy?
I just go into stores and I sniff it.
Okay. I snort it, actually. It's Kit Kat. Those are so good. And see, this is the problem. Like, you can't just have one little piece of it either. Like, you eat
you got to steal your kid's whole bag.
Oh yeah.
Well, to be fair, my favorite food is my husband's gravy. Don't. He makes his own gravy.
Sausage?
No.
Chicken.
So, chicken gravy?
Chicken gravy, turkey gravy, both great.
Have you had sausage?
I do love sauces and gravy. And look at that. I do love sauces. I love Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, we're in trouble. That wasn't very good. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize to Scooby. That was just.
It's funny you did that because for whatever reason, Olivia, my 14-year-old, dressed up as all of the Scooby-Doo characters this evening, right before the show and as it was going on. So she came in here dressed as Velma and Fred at one point.
Wow. Who doesn't?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna show you. We're gonna move on. We're moving on to the next candy that Ashley doesn't eat. All right, ready? Ed, Alex.
Somebody ate all the candy. It looks like.
I think he's on a break. Hold on.
Somebody had to go potty.
Okay. I'm gonna change your life with these. Okay.
No, I already know what you're gonna say.
Okay. I'm gonna change your life. If you don't know this, you guys, these must be frozen.
Oh, that I did not know.
You don't? I won't eat them any other way now.
But this is like one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, mine too. But let me tell you something. It will change your life if you put them in the freezer. Change your life. You're welcome for that. Wait until you see me the next time. You'll be like, you were right. And I'll be like,
especially if you drop them in the bucket of popcorn then.
No. Really?
Do you eat popcorn, Ashley?
I'm allergic to corn.
Jesus.
But I worked in a movie theater as a kid, and I was the butter lady. I was the butter girl. If you wanted butter, you came to my line, and then I would do this. One thing of popcorn, squirts of butter. Yes. I had several bags that would break underneath them while they're in the movies. But I always said, are you ready for this? Are you ready for the butter lady? So they couldn't complain.
What? That's sad. That
Actually,
is a little sad about the
Actually, are you allowed to eat anything other than the garbage you collect?
No. Government mandate.
Yeah. It's all part of being in the military.
Yeah.
Junior mints, easy to. Yeah, I know. Do you guys sneak into the movies?
Yeah. Who isn't?
Ashley. I mean, Ashley. I don't know. What would you sneak in? Like what would you like a carrot?
Bulgur
Do you eat
wheat.
carrot?
She's taking bulgur wheat into the freaking movies.
Chicken breast and broccoli.
I think they'd let you pass. Ashley, you'd be like really, that'd be like so smelly. Don't sit next to Ashley.
Now you listen. You laugh. I have seen people bring in like an 8-piece chicken with some sides from Bojangles, and it's like, this is what we're doing.
This is what we're doing.
Jennifer said Junior Mints, as did Sharon. And Tom said, looks like Junior Mints, Junior Mints. Oh my gosh, these are so good. Oh, Ashley, you're so healthy. These are amazing. Junior Mints. And Spring says Junior Mints. And yes, the correct answer is absolutely Junior Mints. Woo-hoo!
Junior Mints.
Junior Mints. No.
Junior Mints are called York peppermint patties.
Junior Mints.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, peppermint patties frozen. You don't understand the difference. I just no, and here's the thing that they don't get.
Oh, it doesn't matter. There's new candy.
Hard. You're gonna all right. These I can go without these.
Yeah, me too.
My son loves them for some reason. But this is a candy I can be Ashley about. You know what I mean? That's what we call it now. I'm gonna Ashley these candies right now.
I can't eat wheat. I can't eat corn, and I can't eat celery.
Celery?
Yeah.
You're not missing out on that one. Just let me tell you. Ooh,
You're allergic to celery?
Apparently, this is what I'm told. I'm supposed to be allergic to celery.
How about refined sugar?
I don't really do a lot of that.
We know. Anyway, it's okay. I'm not even bitter about it. I'm just like sad for you.
Put some of that sugar on a lemon, Rhonda. It's fine.
Gummy bears dancing here and there and everywhere. Okay.
Did you not see the cartoon in the 80s?
I guess not.
Gummy bears dancing here and there and everywhere.
No, but it's a catchy.
Life's adventure that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be life's adventure that's beyond repair.
Some of that. It's some of that.
Poor keeper. That's rude. Give Andy some of my points.
Wow, that's sad. Oh my goodness. Let's see. You both said gummy bears. Jennifer said it was gummy bears. So did Peter. So, the audience is having fun with this. Gummy bears, gummy bears. Gummy bears are everywhere. Gummies. Nobody got it wrong. No one got it
Yes,
wrong.
but are they Haribo?
And Chester says he loves celery. Really, Chester? I would rather eat a gummy bear. But whatever. Oh my goodness.
I do like Tums. I'll eat Tums.
That is not a candy.
No.
They're tropical.
No. And I'm gonna here's something that's way better than Tums. If you can find it. Okay, I'm gonna clue you in. I feel like I'm telling you a little something. Nauzene.
Nauzene.
Okay. It's incredible. Not because like it's not to eat like candy, Andy.
Oh, I was gonna say it
does taste all right. The
name sounds like you're nauseous.
No, it gets rid of any nausea.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of nauseous.
Nauzene right now. Can I have a Tums?
Anybody else kind of nauseous? Hold on.
What do we have next?
Is that ham?
Oh my gosh, love them. Ashley, these are something Ashley would not eat. But then again,
it's true.
I know, but they're so good, and these are great at the movies too. By the way, did you sell these at the movies, Ashley?
Yes, yeah, sold that and Junior Mints.
But they weren't frozen.
They weren't frozen. No, that's true.
No, they weren't frozen. All right, let's reveal your answers now. Twizzlers, or Spider-Man's.
Why is it red? He needs to see a doctor.
Listen.
What's going on?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Spider-Man, I'd like to welcome you in for your yearly colonoscopy.
Yeah.
It's going to be not good.
All right, here we are. Twizzlers, yes, Twizzlers. Tummy bears. Who said that? Tummy bears. That's funny. Twizzlers. Red vines are. You don't like red vines, June? They have that nice red dye in them.
Yes.
I like red vines. Red vines are totally different vibe, though. Don't you agree?
I don't eat anything that's gummy.
You don't eat Twizzlers?
Nope. Don't eat Twizzlers, gummy bears, nothing that's gummy. I don't eat trolley worms or anything like that.
Oh,
Wow.
I have a serious problem with anything that's congealed.
Okay.
I don't need to consume anything that has the same properties that I do, like they jiggle when you shake them and they're largely made up of horse hooves. I don't need that.
yeah, it's fair point.
All right. Red vine twists. Nope, they're Twizzlers, Alice. They're Twizzlers. Twizzlers. Wow, I love Twizzlers. You know, it's like you think you know somebody, and then.
Do you know about red dye? That if you have ADHD, you should stay away from it.
I do now.
Yeah, it exacerbates the problem. And,
really?
Yeah, and it's not like I think it's way more with kids. And I can tell you that both of my kids and myself, we have ADHD. And I don't need. I read about it, and then I've done the research myself. And I can tell you, if you want to watch children bounce off the wall, Twizzlers, broccoli, good Lord. If you want to watch children bounce off the wall, give them like red Kool-Aid or a cherry soda or something like that, and literally they will never go to sleep. So,
wow, that's you guys. See, we don't just give real estate advice. We give red dye advice.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting food advice from a fat guy. I can also tell you that red dye is in all sorts of things, like frozen waffles. It's in lots and lots of things.
It's in frozen waffles?
Yes. Yeah, it's how they get that nice golden color. They mix up a couple of dyes. I know. I'm sorry.
Wow. Well, Ashley doesn't eat that.
I know.
Well, I do eat. They make waffles that come from tomatoes and broccoli, so I do eat those.
That just sounds so sad. Broccoli waffles?
They're good. I
Those
got my
are
vegetables.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's broccoli.
Oh my God.
that is.
They don't have any wheat in them. They're just made from broccoli. You got broccoli type and you got tomato type. They're good. Put them in the
That's
toaster.
because you don't know. Because you just haven't had it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you haven't had something for so long, like, you think it's good. Like, you think that's good. Do you know?
Exactly. Like, I haven't had a cheesesteak in a week. And so I'm like, I know it's good.
The scorekeeper put up a sign that said pancakes. When I was growing up, I wasn't allowed to have syrup with my pancakes. We were raised on pancakes and cream of chicken soup.
No. Seriously?
Yeah.
No.
That's abuse. That's abuse.
To this day, still good. I love it. It's like a savory pancake.
Are you serious? My God, what is happening? I have lost my mind here. Who's not sitting around eating broccoli, tomato waffles, and pancakes dipped in cream of what soup?
Cream of chicken soup.
Cream of chicken soup. They only sell that to put in casseroles.
I don't know where we got it from. My grandma made it all the time.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
Technically, you are the only Goodermuth I've ever met, so that could be the reason that you eat super weird stuff. Is that your married name?
Yeah.
Ah.
Maiden name super Polish. I'm a ski.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I can't ever have you come over for dinner because we don't have any of those things. We have none of those things.
You have to do what I do is you kidnap people and you teach them how to eat right.
Oh goodness. I'm like, wait a minute, let me get out. Do we have any tomato pancakes? No? How about the broccoli ones? No? Oh, okay. So what am I going to eat with my cream of chicken soup?
Sometimes I go to dinner at people's houses and I bring my own food.
Well,
because it seems more
I think you kind of have to after a while.
What are you going to do? Like, I wouldn't even know what to feed you. And I love to cook for people. Like, I love to have people over for dinner. You would be like in the other room crying or something because I don't What could I even give you?
Look, she brings her own food. It's like Fun Dip. It's like a little pouch.
Yep.
She's got a bamboo shoot instead of a sugar stick, and then she
Mhm.
just dips it down into the wheat. Just not the wheat, not the
Not
wheat.
the wheat,
No
candy
wheat.
wheat.
Yeah, she dips it down into the wheat-free wheat, and she does that. Has some of that wheat. She has some of that almond flour. Is what she does. She dips
You
some
have
almond
almond
flour on
flour?
the bamboo
Mhm.
stick, and then she
I-
finishes up with some rice. Can you have rice?
I do occasionally eat rice. Rice is a
Occasionally.
treat.
Yeah, she has it as a treat. Dry, no water. Don't
No
do that. So just dry rice and almond. Yeah, nice.
I would just like if I went to a Chinese restaurant, say I would get steamed vegetables and maybe chicken. Tonight I had pork chops and green beans. That's normal.
Do you have-
Why didn't you lead with that one and not these horrible pancakes you've been bragging about?
Why did you lead with that?
You gotta lead with
Oh
pork
my
chops
God.
and broccoli.
Wait, do
There-
you put butter? Please tell me you use butter.
You don't have to. You don't need it. It's good. Pancakes and then
you don't need it. You don't need it where?
you don't, you don't need
Like
it.
in your life?
You know, I don't need a ton of butter.
This is an intervention.
I'll tell you what, I'll come to rock.
I know.
But my house, so my husband is basically a pit master. He makes like 100 pounds of pulled pork a month. He's got
Oh!
two big green eggs that he smokes meats and then gives the stuff away on the military base. So I do have someone that eats normally in my life.
He's not deployed. He's at home.
He's at home. He makes and
Awesome. Awesome. And when will he be doing this again?
he does. I mean, literally, he pulled some out tonight. He does it 100 pounds a month. Like,
It's only like 6 or 7 hours to New Jersey from here. So
come on up. I have a commercial freezer full of pulled pork and brisket.
I mean, I can do
why
that.
are we still doing the show?
Well, actually, we are really running over on time, so
I'm
I
sorry.
have to tell
My
you
fault.
who is going to be on next week's show. On next week's show, my guest co-host is going to be the very funny Cam Rowe, and with him is going to be Tim Finkel. And guess what? Leslie Robb here is going to be here giving us some social media tips. So
And
make
who is
sure you
Corey
tune
Rhonda?
in next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, or is it daylight savings time now? I don't know, whatever it is. Eastern daylight savings, whatever. It just be here at 7:30 my time. Okay, you guys, that's all I'm saying. Okay. And so who won? Who won? Who was the winner?
Peter Porker.
It was a tied score. My goodness. And we're going to send everybody chocolate cakes. Oh, not you, Ashley. Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry that makes me laugh.
Oops, not you.
Not you, Ash.
I could eat an almond flour cake. A bit of it.
I
What do you
don't,
all think?
I don't know. Flour shouldn't be made out of an almond. Anyway, you guys, it's been way too fun tonight. Way too fun. I want to just thank you guys for watching, and please follow these guys. They're awesome. Follow Ashley. Follow Peter Parker.
Porker. That's
Porker.
Peter
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 Porker.
Porker. Oh, I can't read. The font's very little, and I'm old. But no, make sure you follow Andy. Make sure you follow Ashley, and of course Joe Luca. Thank you to the scorekeeper, who is extremely amazing,
Mm.
I love
and
the
of course
scorekeeper.
to Alex and Chewy. Chewy's still sleeping through this, so that's great. You guys, I hate to say it because I'm having so much fun. Of course, you two can stick around if you want to. It is episode 124 is officially out. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
I will hold, I will hold, I will hold you. Ain't no man, ain't no woman, ain't no thing, no, there ain't nothing gonna bring me down. Yeah. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.